Hey. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pressure Talk. I'm your host, Brother Nitty Bay, aka Mr. 23 and 6. Uptown stand up, St. Louis stand up on my Dirty Midwest shit. What's up, everybody, man? Today is gonna be my first episode of Naptown Chronicles. I told y'all it was coming. As y'all can see, I got a guest. My wife's niece. I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself.
Hi, I go by Lexi, 317 for show. Far East Side, Central East Side, yep.
Where at though on the Far East Side? Because Far East Side, you know, it's a lot of areas out there.
Post.
Oh, you out on Post. Okay, we'll say that then.
Sure.
I have to let it be known, you know what I'm saying, for any product and props, you know, you see is for entertainment purposes only. You know. Today's episode, like I said, when I started Naptown Chronicles for the purposes of my podcast is for our community to build on problem solving, dealing with issues that keep us stagnant and keep us from moving forward as a people. And my wife's niece decided today to, you know, come on the show and speak her piece and attempt to, you know, in the hopes that, you know, her story and her struggle can help people to understand how to maneuver should they ever have to, you know, deal with any type of situation like this. You feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and let you take the floor.
Well, ooh, shoot,
Take your time.
I don't know what part I want to hit.
Okay, let's start like this. How old are you?
I'm 28.
28.
I'm a mother of 3.
There we go.
I like cooking. That's one of my passions I've learned over the courses of the month.
What's your favorite dish?
Soul food, of course, but I have tapped in with making different types of food. Like, I don't know, when I go in the kitchen, I just put stuff together. I create meals as I'm going.
So you like to experiment?
Yeah, I like to experiment on new. Yeah, make
okay.
new food, try something new, something different.
Okay, that makes sense.
I grew up on macaroni and cheese and the basic.
Yeah, ghetto meals.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
for sure. So yeah, it's good to try something new.
You say you a mother?
Yes, I'm a mother.
How many children you got?
I got.
I mean, okay, for the world to know, I know her, but I'm asking these questions so y'all can know her. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
I'm a mother of 4, but I had a miscarriage. So I have 3 here with me present, and then I have my angel. So yeah, I have initially I would have 2 boys and 2 girls, but I have 1 boy and 2 girls.
Shout out to Bun Buns. Shout out to Bun Buns. That's my guy. Okay, so what would you like to? What type of issue do you feel like, you know, the ladies, whether they're young, whether they're middle aged, whether they're, you know, in the twilight, like, because I feel like it don't matter how old you are, you can still learn. You feel me?
I feel like me growing up, honestly, I feel like y'all got childhood trauma, but I feel like the best way to cope with that is, you know, forgive your younger self and what your younger self think. That way you can heal and grow. I'm learning about healing now. I'm still in the healing process, but I feel like as you grow, I feel like once you start forgiving the people and the things that's, you know, the type of stuff you surround yourself with, you'll start growing and you'll start, you'll be able to tap in with yourself way better when you start healing from the things that have hurt you, that are taunting you, like, you know what I'm saying? You have bad nightmares about this type of stuff. I feel like
Give us an example of what you mean.
okay, so me, I have gained PTSD and I have anxiety now. And I think I realized that is when I, being in a situation where it just made me break as a woman. So I didn't love myself. I didn't want to be here at a certain point of time. So I didn't like myself.
Would you mind speaking on that situation? Because like, here's the thing. Details. If the people who are listening don't understand the details, they don't understand how to approach. You see what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. I was in a domestic DV violence case with my ex. I won't speak on his name, but feel me, like it got to the point where a person can manipulate you, make you feel unloved. You're not doing enough. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Just bringing you down. So for any lady that's out there going through stuff like that, get away. Go to where you feel safe, whether it's at your mom's or sisters or just leaving, going out of town. You know what I'm saying? Just the breakthrough, because that is a process, and I don't think a lot of women speak on that, and a lot of women don't speak on miscarriages either. So them are my biggest pet peeves, like when it comes to a woman, because everybody has that shadow, and so I feel like if you are going through that, if you have been through that, sending grace your way, because feeling ugly and not loving yourself, it's not healthy. It's not.
Can I ask a question? Mm-hmm. Like, can I kind of play devil's advocate?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so when you were going through this struggle with this individual, what was his struggles at that time?
I think just he wasn't ready to grow up. I think that's what it was.
What do you mean when you say
like,
he wasn't ready to grow up?
It was, I have learned the different, definition, and I might have created my own, sorry. But a boy is uncertain of what he wants and what he needs. A man is going to validate the things he wants and the things he needs, and he's going to make sure that you are on a path to on a path to growth, and he's going to make sure, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay if a man builds you up, but don't let him, dictate over everything that you do.
Okay, can I say something? Mm-hmm. Okay, let me ask you a question first. What was the age when y'all met?
Oh, I was a teenager. I was like 16. I believe I was like 16.
How old was he?
Same age.
Okay, so he wasn't a man.
No. We was teenagers.
Did he have any men in his life? Like the type of men that you just described? Because what you just said was facts.
No.
Okay.
No.
So
from my understanding, no.
Okay, so is it okay to say that if he didn't have these type of men in his life, he was reacting to the world in a way that only he knew how, without the proper guidance?
Yeah, for sure.
Because like you just said, like what you broke down as a man, that's absolutely correct. But you can't expect a child to be a man when y'all come together as kids.
Nah, I think we was teenagers, so that was, you feel me? I didn't take that,
But it sounds to me like you're saying the older he got, the maturity should have been there.
It should have been there. It didn't grow with him as he grew.
That's perfect. Now here's the thing. This is what my platform was created for, and this is what people don't understand. When you don't have the proper male guidance, you can't expect a young male to act in a manner consistent with an adult male. You know what I'm saying? When you growing together, it sounds to me like he was reacting to the world through emotions.
Yep, that's true. Cause I didn't have my daddy, so I feel like neither one of us had neither one of our daddies are dead. I'm sorry I said it like that, but they're not gone. But neither one of them was present in our life. So I feel like we fell in love off of we just went for it. I don't think because
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
we just went for
Listen.
it, but we didn't take the time as we grew to like. You know what I'm saying? I knew a little bit about his father. He knew a little bit about my father, but there's not much I could tell about my father. So
Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. That's life. You know what I'm saying? And
sure.
then, to be honest with you, in my opinion, y'all did it the right way because y'all met us as kids. Y'all stayed together. Y'all build a foundation with y'all babies. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, the way that the world works, it takes a village to raise a child.
it does, for sure.
And unfortunately for y'all generation and my generation, they begin to dismantle that concept of the village raising a child. That's why nowadays can't nobody spank your kids because ain't nobody whooping my kids.
Yeah.
Where back in the day, the neighbors could whoop your kids' ass if they get out of pocket, and then you get your ass whooped when you get home. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a that's a totally different concept.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Now you have male figures that can, and it's crazy because it's really needed out here. That's what's wrong with a lot of. Yeah, that's just, you know what I mean, and I more definitely understand that. I truly do. But go ahead, you finish your.
Oh no, I was just about to say like that's big facts for sure. I feel like everybody. I don't want to say a broken home because that just sounds so messed up. But I feel like you know how families used to be in one household and.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, even cousins will be living with your own parents. You know what I'm saying? So you grew up with all of that. I feel like now, like it's giving broken homes because that parent not in the home with that child. So, but I don't want to think like that because I actually had a male figure, step up. You know what I'm saying? My father been missing in my life, so. I can't judge a book by its cover because
Can we get his name so he can get his flowers?
Oh yeah, KD.
Shout out to KD. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel me? Like, and I'm a sibling of 8, and I'm a twin. So, yeah, that was a lot. You know what I'm saying? To come in and.
Now don't get me wrong, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like the ideal of any type of abuse, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, is okay. You know what I'm saying? Whether the male didn't have the proper male guidance, it's just something in us as males. I can't sit back and watch a female in that type of situation and continue to, press. I can never do that, whether it's emotional, whether I just cut out. In my mind, my absence should do more damage than anything else. And if it don't, then that means I didn't mean nothing.
Right.
And I think that's the lesson that was lost on the youth of today due to the fact that, it was a plan by a certain group to get us out of the system. I'm talking about the 1995 Crime Act. For those who don't know, they came after the super predators. That's how individuals like myself and they came and got our generation off the streets. Now, the reason why this is relevant is because those principles that you're talking about were given to us. But if we were removed from the streets and y'all were left out here to deal with individuals who were strung out on drugs, who were about self, these were the men that were left to raise y'all. All the real individuals was in the joint. They was locked up. That's why there's this big conflict now with the males. Because these young seeds have been without this male guidance for so long, now that the consequence of the 1995 Act is now those who failed back in the 90s is now coming back out here. And our mentality is totally different. We Gen X. We don't believe in rolling over and laying down and allowing somebody to say whatever out their mouth and no we don't believe in that. Our generation don't believe in that. So that male influence, it just wasn't there. And I most definitely respect it. I understand it. And so now this is a question I have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
What were the things that you did to heal from that?
Honestly, I took a day. This is when I had like, it was some times I cracked. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, why? You know, I don't try to question myself why no more, but I definitely be like, why? But I just took it day by day, like for real, like just I talked to myself. Honestly, like if I couldn't have a conversation with nobody else because I didn't want them to judge me or I didn't want to hear what they had to say, I just talk to myself. I literally have a conversation with myself. And
Can I interject? Don't lose your thought.
yeah,
I just want you to know, for the record, that's the signs that what she just said is signs of high intelligence. People who talk to themselves are highly intelligent. I just want y'all to know this. So I don't want you to think that's a negative. Talking to yourself is signs of high intelligence. But go ahead.
so yeah, like I just talked to myself, and then I even went and got me a notebook.
Intelligence.
I started writing to myself and apologizing to myself, or I get on my iPhone and go to my notes, and it's like, just things that I did, things that he did, and I just kept them. I still have them on my notes today, like literally. I can go to my notes. It's just I'm learning to discipline myself.
You know there's a name for that?
What's the name?
It's called shadow work.
Shadow work.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you spoke on the inner child and all that, that's shadow work. Mm-hmm. Man, I gotta take my hats off to that. Go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, you good.
That's
good.
wow.
I just feel like, and then I want my ladies to know too as well. Like, don't put all you know. Don't just don't put all the blame on him, because and I love my women. I'm for my women. Trust me, I am. But I've been looking at both sides of the. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at both sides, and not just with my situation, and other situations as well that I know about. I look at both sides, and I'm okay to telling somebody when they wrong, and I feel like it's okay to tell somebody. Somebody could tell me when I'm wrong, because if you can't tell me when I'm wrong, then you was never a real friend to me. Let's start there. Or, you know what I'm saying, you don't love me like you say you do, because I would want you, I would like, you know what I'm saying, if you wrong, you wrong. Whether you want to hear it or not, somebody should be able to tell you that. So
Shout out to J Man. Let's start there.
yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting that you say that, because now, you know, closure comes into the conversation. Mm-hmm. Was that your closure, or are you still working on it? And
more so, like I learned that like I don't like to be yelled at by men. I was, you know what I'm saying, like that traumatized me as a woman. So when a male yell at me, I have to literally count to 10 and remove myself, because honestly, I don't have it in me. Like it shakes me. Like I shakes from it. So
where does that stem from? That's an interesting. What does that stem from? That's interesting though, because and the reason why I asked that is because my wife tell me all the time. She gets on me about yelling at my daughter, and she tells me about, you know, how that affects, you know, a girl.
It does.
Now, from a male perspective, when you deal with females, there's gonna come times where you have to assert dominance, and a lot of times dominance has to come in a stern tone. Now, that tone can be abused. Don't get me wrong. Individuals can abuse that tone. You know what I'm saying? Individuals can abuse that tone. But sometimes, man, dealing with y'all, it's needed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all ain't listening until we go bird toast.
Listen, women are emotional creatures.
So are men.
I don't know. And what it is about men is men wait later on down the line to show their emotions, and when they show their emotion, they break, they crack.
That's not true.
And
That's not true.
I'm not even if I'm majority of men, they wait to let all that emotion out.
No.
And it's scary when they do let it out.
That's not true. And I'm gonna tell you why I say this.
Let me know something good.
See, here's the thing. We don't get paid attention to. A man will let you know in so many ways, subtle ways, that things is bothering him. But because the female mind is so enchanted with fantasy, the body continuously exhibiting the idea of what you projected him to be, you're not seeing what it's putting him through. So when you don't see that little thing, he puts it aside. Now that's there. So now it's a whole bunch of little things. You know what I mean? Because now you'll get into it, and he bring up something from, and you're like, no, it affected him, but you didn't see it.
Okay, I definitely understand. Like I said, I look at both sides, so I definitely understand where you coming from. I truly do. I really, really do. I truly do. Because I have seen it with my own eyes. I actually lived it with my own eyes, but I feel like, I don't know. You know how you get in a relationship and the beginning is peaches and cream and this, you feel me?
That's the fantasy.
That's you're in the fantasy part of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to a whole nother phase. And that's the phase of reality and you getting to know one another, and it's gonna be some things that y'all thought.
Yeah, that fart didn't smell like you thought it was gonna smell.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna bump heads, and then y'all gonna want that space. But then, you know what I'm saying? I know I've been watching, on social media. I've been finding out a lot of somebody is 101 years old and they've been married for almost 58 years, like 68 years. Like, I just think that amazes me. Now, I'm sorry, I don't believe in marriage. I don't. Please kick me if you disagree with me.
We most definitely finna kick you, me and my wife.
I love
you
marriage.
Was at
though.
our wedding. How dare you?
I love marriages though. I salute them. I don't want you to think about. Don't think about the paperwork when it comes to a marriage. Don't think about the ring when it comes to marriage. It's really just built on y'all, and what you know what I'm saying. It's really built on y'all foundation and what y'all building yourself up to be. I feel like in a marriage, that's supposed to be your partner at all times.
Can I give you some wisdom?
Give me some wisdom. I love to hear. I'm still young, so yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. A marriage is not a partnership. And the reason why marriage is not a partnership is because marriage is something that was given to us by God. This is something that's required by God. It's not required by man. Now, the reason why marriage is required is because our duty, or not duty, one of our objectives here is to find our soulmate. To find a companion. Not a partner. They're not the same.
You know what? More so, like, it's really supposed to be your best friend.
A companion.
Yeah, companion. Like,
not a partner.
Not a partner.
You know what I'm saying? They're not the same.
They're definitely not the same.
That's the difference between a relationship and a marriage. When we're in a relationship, we're in a partnership.
We're in a partnership.
This is negotiable.
Yeah, no taking.
Now, here's the thing that I want to lay on you, the wisdom side. I need you to understand something. This is something that y'all haven't been given, a science. Your aunties, your uncles, your mother, your fathers, your grandparents are all mirrors. They mirrors of future potentials of what you could become, because this is your bloodline. Now, when you look at them, they are to be examples for which you to either excel or be content. When you deal with the concept of marriage, how many people do you see that are alone that will leave this earth alone? And when you come to that realization, you have to ask yourself, when you see the treatment of these individuals that are alone, would you be okay with yourself being alone at that age, as opposed to having a companion there that loves you for you? Because here's the difference. Any individual that you accept into your life as your companion loves you for you.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids love you because you're their mother.
Mm-hmm.
Your siblings love you because you're their sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother loves you because you're her daughter. The question is, if you wasn't none of these to these people, would they still love you the same? But when a man comes into your life, he loves you because he's interested in you. So when he becomes your companion, he's going to be there in those twilight days. That's what marriage is about.
Okay. I'll just say I'm taking a back route on love right now, okay? That I'll just say that.
You're young, you're supposed to.
So I'm just loving on me, and I don't think it's a crime with me just loving on me and me living life. So,
Can I
hey,
let you in on a secret? I hope your auntie don't get mad at me. Can I let you in on a secret?
yeah,
When I proposed to your auntie, I told her that I don't believe in marriage in the traditional sense.
mm-hmm.
I know what marriage is when it comes to the spiritual sense, meaning that the moment that you get with a man and y'all tell each other y'all love each other and y'all both mean it,
Mm-hmm.
at that moment, Allah binds both of y'all, because that's what love is. Love is the power of God that binds two souls and make them one. That's what love is.
Mm-hmm.
And I dare anybody to tell me different. But when you do that, whether you went before a priest or whatever, God binds you then. All the other stuff is just ceremonial.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why when me and my wife got married, the compromise was, point the body, we can get married, but it has to be under the banners of Islam. That's the only way I would have done it. If she would have said anything else, we wouldn't have got married. Because I don't believe in marriage in the traditional sense of how they do it in the European sense. But I do know it's required spiritually. So I had no problem with that. I just don't want you to discount it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a benefit to us as human beings.
Somewhere down the line.
Yeah, but you young. But you young. That's the problem I feel like that's going on with the youth. All of the youth is looking at the elder generation and feeling like, okay, well, this is the way they did it, so this is the way we should do it.
Mm-hmm. I
When
believe that too.
your youth is supposed to be spent on experiencing what you want in a relationship from the next person, what you desire, what you need, what that person can give you. And then once you find that, understand that you may not get all of it, but just understand that it's not there's nothing wrong with compromising.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And building on the things that is not there. Go ahead, babe. You want to say? Go ahead. My wife in the interject. Go ahead.
So, say a woman is coming from, or male is coming from a hurt relationship. How long should a person actually wait before getting into, if you get into another relationship? I'm not asking this because imagine getting out of a relationship, but you meet somebody and you just feel like this is your somebody, but you don't want to go into that relationship with hurt, because you know if you go in that relationship with that past hurt, then it's just going to hurt the relationship, because you cannot build a relationship when you still hurt, because now everything in that hurt relationship comes into your new relationship because you didn't give yourself or your mind time to heal, because everything, the man can be so good, but he can do just a little thing and it'll send you back to your hurt place. So now you rejected this man because of your hurt. So how long should a woman or a male actually wait before they get into, or I would say begin to talk to somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a great question, babe. My answer to that is when it comes to nature, we have no say so. I'm sorry, we have no say so. But what you are supposed to do is express that, communicate that in the way that you just did, to where this individual male has full understanding of what he's walking into. He has the ability to say, okay, I'm willing to take the time that you need necessary because I want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? If you need time to heal because of what I got you. I ain't finna press you. But I am gonna be here because I want to be the one to pick you up when you decide to come up from that. If he ain't ready for that, then he don't deserve you. But it has to be communicated first. If you're not communicating that fully, then you're walking yourself into more pain, more hurt.
I agree 100% because Lord knows I'm going through that right now. So, yeah. I will say I'm giving myself a minute. 10 years is a long time. 10 years.
Why 10 years?
No, I'm saying that's how long I was in a relationship. 10 years. I am giving myself a maximum of at least 3 years to be single.
Good luck.
Why do you say 3 years? What if in that 3 years you come
If it
across
happened,
your person?
if it happened, it happened. I don't try to. You feel me? If it happened, it happened. I'm open to love. I'm just not ready to be in love.
Now, what if he the marrying type?
That's fine. I really just don't want no guy because I'm out here searching too. So listen, honestly, be yourself around me. Be who you are. Because if you come to me and try to talk to me, I'm gonna sense your energy from a mile away. And if you bad energy, I'm gonna keep you right where you are, that way. But no, for real, like, if it happened, it happened. I don't try to predict nothing. You feel me? It's in God's will. If anything's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. So yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because again, we talking about healing from and closure.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any examples of how the relationship between you and the brother you was talking about, speaking of, how that affected other relationships you had?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily with males, but like maybe with friends, maybe with family,
Mm-hmm.
maybe with your children.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like my thing is, I would like for our people to understand that
Oh,
things can trickle down.
okay. If you asking like past relationship or if I get into a new relationship?
No. What I'm saying is, okay. So remember how you were saying the trauma you had experienced from,
Okay.
and what I'm asking is, do you have any situations that you can express where that, because of that energy, it affected other relationships, like with your siblings or with your friends or with your kids? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely with my homegirls, for sure. Definitely with my homegirls.
What do you mean,
Like
your homegirls? Why?
my friends.
But why would okay? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
It definitely affected that because I think we just was riding for each other like way too hard as friends, and I let that interfere with my relationship. You know, because you got homegirls that's gonna keep it real with you, and you got the homegirls that's like, girl, do you grown, you deserve, you feel me, and hype your head up. So I know in my next relationship, I know what not to do.
Let me time out. Let me just take a time out. So listen. Okay. Again, I'm trying to, with my platform, I'm a scientist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm more.
Mm-hmm.
And I see things from I want to say, a strategical perspective, if that makes sense. Now, what I'm saying is the details gives an individual opportunity how to make. It gives the individuals the ability to make decisions. So, like if you talking about a specific situation, and you give details and thoughts on how you reacted to that situation because of your thought process dealing with these other situations. Does that make sense?
That make a lot of sense.
I mean, if it don't, just tell me, and I
It
can
makes
reword
sense.
it.
You probably can reword it a little bit, but I definitely understand what you're saying.
So, okay, some people who are going through abusive situations take it out on other people in unconscious ways.
Yeah,
But like what you just expressed,
but that has happened though.
but like what you just expressed, it's like you had real friends and then you had snake friends. Because if anybody is telling you that it's okay to do something that you feel, even in the smallest way, is wrong in any given situation, that person means you no good. So that's what I mean when I say that.
Yeah, but no, it was a situation. I think I lost my. I lost my friend because of that. So
What do you mean? Like what happened? If you don't mind me asking.
oh no, in my ex relationship, you feel me? He is my friend, and I feel like I didn't do enough to protect her. And
When you
so,
say here, you mean like struck her?
yeah, so I will always live with that.
Oh.
That will forever like taunt me because I feel
So
like I didn't do enough as a friend.
okay, so let me ask you a question. What was it that what was it that paralyzed you, that prevented you from reacting in the way you should have
I
reacted?
think I was just shocked. I was in shock mode. Like I couldn't believe, like dang, that happened. Like dang,
There was no fear involved.
like yeah, it was a lot of fear, a lot of fear. That too. I was shaken up for sure. I was lost. Like I didn't know what to do. I think I panicked in my own head in
Is
that
this the
moment.
same person?
Yup. Yes, it is.
So what why I understand that sometimes, man, situations transpire that makes males react to situations, and sometimes I'm not gonna say that it's justifiable for a male to put his hands on a female, but I do understand that sometimes females do things that make males react. So was it one of them type of
Yeah,
situations,
it,
or
yeah,
was she in the wrong, or was he in the wrong?
it was it
I mean, he
was
was definitely in the wrong putting his hands on her,
yeah, he
but
for sure. No, it was the last thing you said. It was definitely one of them type of situations where you know what I'm saying. Um, it was just he felt like she had something to do with like me just
was she in the wrong though?
yeah she. I won't say she in the wrong because she kind of definitely told the other person up front like what it was. You know what I'm saying. And it's just me talking.